20 front squats, 40 box jumps, 80 double unders, and 80 singles for the scaled. Does anybody have any question on the standards of movements? You guys got 5 minutes.
I went from thinking everybody was crazy to now I think they're crazy not to try it, you know, so.
The CrossFit craze has many fans. CrossFit Shockwave is one of the many boxes located in the Syracuse area, and those numbers are still growing. But not everyone is completely sold on this culture of fitness.
This chiropractic center has seen its share of CrossFit injuries.
Well, basically neck and low back injuries from stretching and some of the things that the patients aren't used to. They go into the CrossFit, which is it's a great situation strategy that helps in performance and in fitness. But some of the patients who go into it are ready for some of the vigorous routines, and they get injured.
Some experts say because of the intense nature of the CrossFit workout, the risk of injury can be greater.
I think it's very prudent for people to stay within themselves, and if they have the desire to go to a higher level, to do only parts of it if you can, to see if that creates any problems for you musculoskeletally. And I would also encourage anybody who's going to undertake a strength or conditioning program to do a prior pre-participation physical examination by their family doctor and have them check you out to make sure you're in good enough shape to start enduring CrossFit or any kind of a strength and conditioning program.
Demo videos like this example of a kipping handstand push-up from YouTube are used to help prevent injuries, but sometimes they still happen.
I was doing what's called a kipping handstand push-up one day. It's something that in hindsight I wasn't quite strong enough or ready to really try, and so I ended up hurting my shoulder. The one thing I love about CrossFit too is how modifiable and scalable it is. So even when my shoulder was out and I was told don't do anything with your shoulder, I did other things. I did some deadlifting, I would do box jumps, I would still run or lunge, sit-ups, things like that, so that I could still kind of just modify what everyone else was doing and still keep up with the pack.
In fact, a recent Time magazine article cited an upcoming study that surveyed 132 CrossFitters. Nearly 3/4 say they have suffered an injury that prevented them from working, training, or competing. It has made trainers like Veronica Tierney hesitant of having the athletes she coaches take part in CrossFit.
If you're working with, CrossFit trainers that understand, the needs of an athlete, then I think it's okay. But just the nature of CrossFit where it's, give everything you can to the last drop, irrespective of any physical limitations you have or your goals outside of CrossFit, whether it be playing a sport or whatnot, that's where I get weary.
But there are devotees who say CrossFit has actually helped them heal.
I definitely think that CrossFit has strengthened my core and strengthened my upper body. I mean, I've increased my weight lifting ability by leaps and bounds in 4 months.
Do you overall rate it as something that's healthy for any individual?
Yes, CrossFit is a good mechanism. But usually the people who go into it, the couch potatoes who jump into CrossFit, it's very rigorous. So they're not really prepared for some of the techniques and the motions. And they'll sometimes strain themselves.
Despite its criticisms, people are still joining CrossFit, and some say they will never quit.
I can't imagine it at this point. I mean, if I had a significant injury, I might have to take some time off, but I can't imagine quitting. You know what they say, you drink the Kool-Aid, you're in that cult now.
In Syracuse, for the Field Report, I'm Demetrius Kennan.